Guys, earlier I made a video about Terence Crawford. I think the next fight for Terence Crawford should be Danny Garcia. I think that's a fight that makes sense for everybody. I think Danny Garcia right now is in a crossroads. He's not going to be getting a title shot anytime soon. He wants the winner of Spence and Porter, or he wanted the winner of Thurman Pacquiao. He's not going to get that, because those guys are going to fight each other. He lost against Porter, and he kind of scuppered everything for himself. I think the only way Danny Garcia gets a title shot now is if he fights Terence Crawford. I think that's a perfect fight for Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia is not going to get a title shot. He's going to have to wait for a very long time. So if I was Danny Garcia and I was Bob Arum, I would be making a huge offer to Danny Garcia to fight Terence Crawford. They offered Amir Khan more money than they gave Danny Garcia. They're going to have to up that offer. They're going to have to pay him even more than what they paid Amir Khan, because Terence Crawford needs to fight top-level competition. And Danny Garcia's top-level competition. That would enhance his reputation, it definitely enhance, Terence Crawford's pulling power. He would be beating a top welterweight. So I think that's a fight that needs to be made, rather than a Kell Brook fight, which no one really cares about, if I'm honest. No one really cares. No one was caring about Amir Khan, Terence Crawford. They thought Khan was past his best, and Brook is also no longer has that pulling power. So I think the fight that should be made is Terence Crawford and Danny Garcia for both guys, because Danny Garcia is not going anywhere. He's not going to get a title shot anytime soon. Terence Crawford's not going anywhere. He's on the other side of the fence. And he's a world champion, though. So there's incentive there for Danny Garcia. If he's getting paid good money to fight for a title, he'd be fighting for a title. So it makes a lot of sense for me for that fight to come off. I think Terence Crawford and Danny Garcia should get it on. That's the fight that I would love to see Danny Garcia take next, and Terence Crawford, because it will give us an indication of how good Terence Crawford is, where he's at. And then it also let us know about whether Danny Garcia can... is a top fighter. We know Danny Garcia is a top fighter, but is he an elite fighter that can beat someone like Terence Crawford? It shows us where Terence Crawford's at, because Thurman beat Danny Garcia. Also, you'd put a measuring stick. Thurman beat Garcia. How does Crawford deal with him? I fully expect Crawford to win the fight. I think Crawford's very skillful, and I think he'd find a way to neutralize Danny Garcia and outbox him. But again, Danny Garcia has serious power, and if that left hook lands on Crawford's chin, anything's possible. So I think it's a very interesting fight. It's a very intriguing fight. It's a fight that should be made, because like I said, Danny Garcia's got nowhere to go. Those guys are going to fight amongst each other, and Terence Crawford's got nowhere to go. So it makes sense, because Danny Garcia would be getting a good payday, and also he'd be having a shot for a world title, which would enhance his reputation. Also, Al Haymon can afford to do that, because Danny Garcia doesn't hold a belt. If Danny Garcia beats Terence Crawford, Al Haymon would have all the belts in the welterweight division. So it makes sense for Al Haymon to sacrifice not sacrifice, this is not the right word, but to put Danny Garcia in there because in my opinion, the risk is not that much, because Danny Garcia's credibility won't be hurt that much if he loses to Crawford. It's Crawford. The reward is a lot, because if Garcia wins, then Al Haymon has all the welterweight belts. So it makes a lot of sense for that fight to take place. But what do you guys think? Leave your thoughts. Is that a fight that you would want to see? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, guys. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.